What have I learned after 5 years of trading Forex? Man, I can really be here for a very long time if I were to cover absolutely every detail, but I will tell you my main takeaways. What from my experience are some of the good, the bad, and the ugly things when it comes to the industry of trading that you should be aware of or you should expect if you are making the decision to, go all in on your goals when it comes to trading. I want to take you back to late 2018 when I first started, and I got introduced into trading through a network marketing MLM company called iMarkets Live. Now, for a lot of people that will have a certain perception or feeling about MLM and trading, I want to really just clear the air and just really tell you the absolute truth of what happens, right? I think that's really where I want to start because it's my path. It's how I was introduced. It's how I grew as a trader, and I got to see how that molded me. So I will say that when it comes to network marketing and trading, at the end of the day, guys, you got to understand you're starting with somebody who probably has little to no experience of trading when you are beginning your path through that network marketing trading company, right? And so you can't really expect, if you knew going into it, hey, this person that's putting me onto this, they are not an expert. They are not someone that I can really truly call a mentor. And I think this is where a lot of people get a bad taste when it comes to mixing the two together. Now, obviously, if you know me personally, you also know that right now in 2024 March, I am currently an educator for a network marketing platform that educates on day trading. Now, I will say that it all comes down to who you are learning from and who you are taking advice from for certain things, right? So obviously, when it comes to network marketing and trading, a lot of people are just going to sell you on the dream. A lot of people are going to make it seem like it's very easy, fun, no stress, just download an app, copy trades, make money, and you don't have to worry about anything. And when it comes to trading, honestly, if you don't put in any type of work ethic, if you're not giving it your full effort, I tell people all the time, why would you deserve to have big results? So yes, was I able to make some income from copying another educator and just doing the bare minimum? Yes. And that was the coolest thing about my introduction into trading. But over time, I started to realize that if I really wanted to create a certain lifestyle, if I really wanted to get to a certain level, I had to take ownership. I had to learn the skill set and fully understand the industry if I expected to be at the top of it. So that's my first advice for anybody that is getting into trading or maybe has been doing it for a while. Maybe you're in a network marketing trading platform right now. Maybe you've never done that and have considered it. And that's the pure truth when it comes to that side of things, is that please keep in mind, if you are referred to a platform by somebody, if you are doing it with a friend, just understand that wherever you're at, find somebody who does have the experience. Find somebody who does have a track record, results, somebody that really shows that they can teach you truly the skill set. And so if you do that, you're going to put yourself in a great position to develop correctly as a trader with the right mindset, the right expectations, and the right path. The second thing that I would really harp on when it comes to my 5 years journey of trading is that you will go through a time where you will be strategy hopping. And a lot of people, again, are going to give you advice of whether you should or shouldn't do that. And all I will say is that you have to really do one thing and give it some time to see if it resonates with you, if it makes sense, if you see that it's a system that's profitable. At the end of the day, there's a lot of different ways of trading. There's a lot of different strategies, approaches, and all of them could be potentially great systems if you know how to execute them properly. At the end of the day, if you don't end up locking in on something and becoming an expert on that specific way of trading and that being your niche within the space, then your growth is only going to go so far. So just understand that, yes, it is okay to quote unquote strategy hop, but you have to have the self-awareness of, am I giving one system enough time? Am I actually back testing, forward testing, demo account, small account, getting funded? Am I going through the full motions of applying a certain strategy or system to show if it's gonna actually bear fruit or not? And over time, if it's really not making sense, if it's not clicking, if you see that it's a system that's really not winning many times and the risk to reward is just not there, you know it's time to move on and try something else. But again, for me, I went through a year and a half of, binary options, and then learning support, resistance, trend lines, and a couple different things like Fibonacci indicators, the whole thing. In 2020, about a year and a half, almost 2 years into the journey, is when I actually came across smart money concepts. And that's really where I transitioned into understanding more of how the market works, how to develop an edge, how to create a system. And then I stuck to that. And so from 2020 until basically right now, yes, small tweaks and adjustments have been made in the past 4 years, but the essential strategy or the mindset and the approach to smart money concepts, that has not changed for me. And so it's allowed me to really develop a trust, a consistency, a reliance on that approach. And then along the way, you start to realize, hey, what pairs work for me? What pairs don't work for me? What times of the day or sessions am I trading? Which ones am I avoiding? Based on my lifestyle, based on what works for me personally with the adoption of smart money concepts. Number 3 is going to be comparison, right? Playing the comparison game. And there's a quote that has always stuck to me ever since I heard it, which was, comparison is the thief of all joy. I say that because you're going to see a lot of influencers, a lot of mentors, a lot of people on social media, wherever the case is, and you're going to wonder, man, why am I not like them? Or what are they doing that I'm not doing? Or how can I trade just like them to get that result? And I want you to know that comparison in a certain manner is actually good in order to push you, to hold you accountable, to say, hey, this is the standard and I want to meet that standard and exceed that standard. But at the same time, you have to, again, have self-awareness to say, hey, is this lowering my vibration or increasing it? Is it making me feel guilty, ashamed, incompetent, not enough? Or is it motivating me to say, hey, if that person can do it, so can I. If they found a way, I can find a way. Wow, this guy is so, dedicated. I need to be more dedicated. That's the type of energy that you want to have if you're even going to step into watching someone else, whether it's their content, hanging around them, talking to them or not, whatever the case is, you need to make sure you know what your intentions and your feelings are in regards to who you're watching. I think that is ultimately what can really make or break you in this industry, because some people see the lifestyle or the results of other people and say, hey, I just can't be like them. It's just not for me. This is not my path. I'm done with it. Person B, again, they look at it and say, why not me? This person is someone that bleeds, sleeps, eats, drinks just like me, but they found their path. They found their way through consistency and dedication. And if you have that same approach and you go through your own path, then your results will come at the right time, at the right moment. So do not allow anybody to speed up your process if you are taking longer than maybe someone else to get to a certain result. That is absolutely huge. You got to be able to turn the blinders on and realize that at the end of the day, you have your own credentials that you have to log into, you have your own trades to execute, and you have your own profits and losses that you have to manage. And nothing else matters. Not your friends, not your family, not your mentor, not your teams, not the influencers on social media. It's all about you. And if you can filter out those sides, then you'll be okay in that regard. Number 4, and this one is really big. You have to be willing to change in order to get to the next level. And I say that because, again, when I started, I was trading binary options. And if I said, I'm not gonna switch over to trading CFDs on MetaTrader, what would have been my path, right? I didn't see much success with binary options. I feel like for my personality type and everything, it's just not suitable for me. Right? Also, a lot of issues with brokers, scams, right? Unregulated brokerages overseas. It was a lot. And I had to be willing to open my mind and change, the path that I started on originally when it came to trading in order to have my next breakthrough. Other than that, you're going to be making mistakes personally as a trader, whether you're dealing with greed, whether you're dealing with fear, a lack of consistency, motivation, whatever it could really be. Everybody has their certain strengths and weaknesses. You have to develop the awareness to recognize your mistakes And if you notice a key word that has just continued to pop up in this genuine conversation that I'm having with you is self-awareness. It translates into everything that you do, whether it's in trading or not in trading. And so if you're not willing to look at the person in the mirror and say, hey, you have done this wrong over and over and over, you got to change. And there's a very cliche saying, a very cliche phrase that's thrown out there, a quote that says, if you continue to do the same thing and expect a different result, that's called insanity. I'm sure you've heard that by now, but there's a reason why so many people use that phrase when it comes to, entrepreneurship, success, getting to the next level, because that's a big barrier for a lot of people. Is who you are coming into the journey is not who you're going to be throughout and after the journey, right? You have to literally change your mind and adapt along the way. So again, really look at your results. Sometimes people, they just sweep their mistakes under the rug and pretend like things are just going to work out better for them tomorrow. And unfortunately, that's just not how it goes. You have to literally do the hard work, which is the heart work, which is saying, hey, I am still messing up. Hey, I am still not getting it, what I need to change. And sometimes it may take someone else, a mentor, right? Somebody that is coaching you, whatever it is, to be able to identify what the problem is and how you can fix it. And if you do that, you will have your biggest breakthroughs over and over and over until you get to the levels that you're trying to get to. But until then, you're going to be in perpetual motion. You're going to go back and forth, big wins, big losses, little wins, little losses, breaking even, just trying to find that one little tweak. And the one little tweak is hidden in the mistakes or in the work that you're avoiding that you have to do on yourself. And finally, number 5, the last takeaway for what I have learned in 5 years of trading Forex is that your life outside of the charts, outside of the markets, matters as much, if not more, than your life in the charts. Now, this is huge because a lot of people, they'll spend time watching their favorite pair, back testing, jumping in and out of trades for a long time. But if your personal life is not put together, then you will see that slowly leak into your trading, and it may be at a subconscious level that you're not aware of. And you have to do an inventory on your personal life. Now, guys, look, we all go through ups, downs. We have our problems. And I'm not saying you have to literally have a perfect life in order to be a great trader. But what the reality is that your habits, right, can translate into your results. If you're somebody that just really doesn't put in effort at your job, or doesn't put in effort with your family or relationships, or you don't really care about hitting the gym or just really taking care of yourself and your mind, then when you go to trade, you're going to be sloppy. You're not going to take it serious. You're not really going to be as locked in mentally that you probably can be if you were to do it all the same. And why do I say that? Because another phrase that has been a part of my life, which is how you do one thing is how you do everything. And somebody that has, a strong discipline, work ethic, mindset, whether it's, again, in your job, work, other businesses, your fitness, that will translate naturally a lot easier for people when they start trading than somebody who just really, their life is a mess, right? They are in toxic relationships. They're always depressed. Maybe you have bad habits like drugs, alcohol, whatever it is, right? Again, not here to judge, but if we want to get to results that we really want to get to, a lot of it has to do with the work that we have to do on ourselves versus the work you do on the charts by itself. And that's why I really do think my path, I'm so grateful for my journey of getting started in network marketing with trading, because in network marketing, it's a huge culture of personal self-development, right? Being able to listen to audios, read books, attend seminars, network with people, and really just carry yourself a certain manner because you're expected to lead other people. A lot of, traders that I've seen that learn by themselves or off of YouTube or just kind of doing it in the shadows, they don't have accountability. They don't really have anybody watching them. So they don't care if they're reading or listening to audios or, being around other people. Like, they're just in their cave, on their phone, on their computer, and they are hoping that trading kind of works out in the background. And I think with my path, again, being in a culture where I was accountable to say, you know what, I've never really read books like that, but I want to genuinely read a book to open my mind and learn about the people that have reached success, whether it's trading or not trading. It all is the same, right? It's understanding our mental faculties, right? It's understanding how to carry yourself. It's understanding perception, attitude, just all the intangibles of your personality and the way you're thinking is absolutely vital to your success as a human being, period. And again, it all translates into trading. That's why I have a bookshelf that you can see here. And those are books that I actually have read or am reading, right? Because those are the books that really changed how I saw the world, how I viewed success, how it really made me focus on my thinking, my habits, my actions, how I treat people. It all ties in. So make sure that you are committing to a personal self-development regimen, especially in the very beginning. And that's something you should never drop. But I used to go extra crazy with personal self-development when I had done nothing in my life. At some point, you will hit a limit where you've read so many books and you've read so many things and heard so many interviews that you understand what are some of the basic principles and behaviors that you should be adopting. And at that point, you have to just do it. You have to take that action. So I'm not saying that reading books and listening to audios and hanging around successful people by default is just going to translate for you if you're not executing, if you're not working, if you're not actually taking appropriate action. But it definitely steers you the right way. It definitely sets you on the path of more probabilities that you will actually take the action, change the behaviors, and ultimately become the person you need to become in order to make this happen at a high level. If you apply these 5 things that I've talked about that I've learned in my 5 years of trading, I truly believe that it will set you on the course towards progress. I never promise anybody that you're going to get the exact result that you're looking for, because I'm not God. I'm not somebody that is in control of what you do every single day and what's really meant for you. But if you are meant to be successful in this industry, you have to actually make it happen. And if you adopt some of the things and you're aware of some of the, obstacles or things that I've mentioned on this video, I think it's going to, again, open your eyes and really help you make the right decisions, right? Have the right discernment for what's the route that you have to take and what are some of the things you can do and avoid that can make your journey smoother. So guys, I hope you got some immense value from my main takeaways, 5 years of trading Forex. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you can continue to watch future videos of me really guiding you guys throughout this trading journey. But with that said, hope you have a great day and see you on the next one.